Hello!
Hi!
I am Deanna Oglesby.
And I'm Brianna Hood.
And we're in your acoustic class. Congratulations!
Yeah.
This is our group presentation. The first part we're going to cover is our beats. No, we're not covering beats
we're covering
first.
types of sounds.
Types of sounds.
Yes.
We have 6 types of sounds. Please tell us what they are.
The first one is transient. The second one is
steady.
Third one is original.
Next one is reproduced.
The other one is natural.
An artificial.
Okay. N-A-O-R-T-S is what they are.
The definition of transient sound is actually a sound that has a high amplitude, a relatively high amplitude at the beginning, but dies away quickly. An example of that would be the next one is steady. And steady is like transient, they're related, except that the amplitude stays the same as long as energy is being applied to the sound. So an example would be a car horn, like... Exactly. Simple, right? The next one is, are we doing original?
Yeah, original is a sound that is happening right there at the moment.
It's live. It's live, so it's happening right there.
Like this when we're recording it, but not when you're seeing it.
Right,
that
exactly.
Would be
original. Right now it's original for us. Hopefully that's okay. But this is an example of reproduced.
When you're watching it.
This is an example. Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
See what we did there?
The next type of sound is natural sound. And natural sounds are any kind of sounds that can be heard in nature.
Chirp. Chirp. Where was that? What was that? It was a bird.
The next one is artificial. And those are any other sounds that you can't find in nature, like man-made sounds, basically. So it could be anything from a car horn to a car door slamming to a door shutting. Anything like that, actually. Yep, exactly. The next subject we're going to talk about is resonant frequency.
The definition of resonant frequency is it's the natural frequency of an object.
And that can be anything. Like, everything has molecules moving around inside of it, and they're all moving at the specific speeds. And those speeds can relate to pitches and stuff. Like how we saw at the very beginning semester of how people can make glass break on Mythbusters.
With their voice.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Not pleasing to the ear, but it works, huh?
I mean, yeah, exactly. So that's part of resonant frequency. And harmonic.
Simple harmonic.
Simple harmonic motion. Yeah.
The example that we gave was us plucking the guitar string and showing how the string is vibrating back and forth.
We could have gotten a pendulum like we learned about in class where you...
But we're college students and we don't have that. We're poor.
Basically. So, this is what a guitar string looks like in slow motion.
As you can see, after the string has been plucked, it still continues to vibrate. That is caused by the restoring force trying to get it back to equilibrium, but inertia keeps the string in motion until the restoring force eventually brings the string back to equilibrium. Cool stuff.
But anyway, that's simple harmonic motion. And along with that, have fundamental frequencies, which is actually usually the lowest pitch in a chord or in a noise, in a pitch. So like if you were to hear this and I were to put some reverb effects on it, then you would hear my main voice, which would be the fundamental frequency, but then you would hear overtones over it. And overtones are any tones that are heard above the original frequency. And you can hear it a lot of times. For example, you could hear it in this example we have with the piano, which is like what the YouTube video we watched earlier on in the semester. Here's an example of harmony. It sounds pretty bad, so we apologize.
Be right where you are. How old is your soul? I won't give up on us. even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love.
As you can see, we are, well, I don't know if you can actually see this.
And I don't know if you know where this is, because I didn't.
Okay, but we are in FAC. That is on WKU's campus. That's the college we attend currently. Western Kentucky University. But we're in the Fine Arts Center, and up on the 3rd floor they have a lot of practice rooms for musicians or really anybody who wants to come up here and use them for, you know, your own use. Like we have a piano right here, and around the room you have different paneling, and there's actually carpeted floor everywhere, and and there's actually a mirror for vocal students, because a lot of time vocal students have to learn how to use their correct mouth positions to get the right sound.
Which is their vocal tract. They're using their vocal cords to sing. I thought I'd add that. You learned that. Okay, so the 7 criteria for a great acoustic room is clarity.
Clarity, which is a crisp, clean sound. Then you have uniformity, which the not sophisticated way of saying it would be every seat is a good seat. That's how I remember it. But basically it means
that wherever you sit, the same sound will be heard throughout the room.
Right. Smoothness, yeah, lack of echo.
And you hear outside noise.
Yeah, one would be, what is it? Lack of white noise? Yeah. Which just means like, unfortunately this room isn't soundproof because you can actually hear a trumpet playing down the hall.
We just saw a dude talking.
Yeah.
Heard a dude talking.
Yep. You also have performer satisfaction, which this room doesn't necessarily have because I come in here and practice a lot and I'm not satisfied, but that just may be the way I sound. Envelopment, which means that the listener is bathed
in sound.
Bathed in it. Reverberation.
Oh, how could we forget that?
Reverberation. People use that on effects all the time.
Britney Spears.
I mean, really. But reverberation means the hanging on of sound. So if I were to go, hello, that'd be reverberation. Not really.
That's our attempt at an example.
The last subject we're going to talk about is our beats.
And beats, according to this lovely book, Basic Technical Physics, written by Paul E. Tippins, is, well, they occur when 2 sources of slightly different frequencies are sounded together.
Beats are made by 2 different kind of interferences, destructive and constructive. Constructive interference is when 2 sounds come together and they become louder because they have the same kind of frequency. But when 2 sounds come together and they don't have the same kind of frequency, it gets softer and it's destructive. Yeah, when they're used together to make beats. And that's like using intonation when you're tuning an instrument. That's what you hear kind of when you hear dissonance, like here. The frequencies are moving so close together, but they're not tuning and they're not similar enough to have the specific beats that you usually hear when you hear someone tuning an instrument, for example.
In simple terms, they sound bad together.
Yeah. All right.